Hello, happy Monday. Thank you for joining me. My name is Alyssa Thomas from Penguin and Fish, where we make lovely and quirky hand embroidery kits. And I am here every weeknight for about an hour at 8:30 p.m. Central Time. And it's a time where we can relax and craft and work on a project together. And I usually work on projects from beginning to end so you guys can see the whole entire part of the process and ask questions along the way and sew with me. So we are working on the Charming Chevrons quilt by Krista Watson of Krista Quilts again tonight. We are attempting to free motion quilt. So I have not done really any free motion quilting before this quilt. I am using this quilt to help me learn. Last week we did one row of chevrons. So here we go. We did the first row of chevrons, and I am going to do the second row tonight, or we'll at least get started on the second row. So I'm going to do meandering tonight. So a meander or a stipple style free motion quilting. And that's where you kind of just wiggle around and fill in the space with a bunch of wiggles is a way to describe it. So that is the plan for this evening. I have a little phobia about the meandering free motion quilting. I'm just nervous I will lock myself into a space and not be able to get out. So we'll hopefully get over that tonight is what I'm hoping. So I switched the machine back around from the Splendid Sampler 2 that we were working on Thursday and Friday. So I switched back to my free motion quilting foot and different threads and different needles, so we should be ready to go. So, all right, guys, I'm going to flip you around. I hope you all had a fabulous weekend. Let me know how it was for you guys. All right, here is the setup again, and I dropped something here. Oh, so you guys, I switched. I'm going to show you guys a little bit higher. Oh, and I forgot about these. So you guys, I have officially washed my Splendid Sampler 1 quilt. So it is officially done. I washed it with some Shout color catchers, and these start out white. And the whole purpose of these is to it kind of catches like loose dye and stuff as you in the wash. And look at. These are from my Splendid Sampler, so they're a little hard to tell here, but they are blue, blue, blue. So here, I'll show you the difference here. So here's a fresh one, and here's how blue they turned. So it did actually catch quite a bit of the blue dye that is just in my very blue Splendid Sampler 1 quilt. So I'm really happy I put in 2 color catchers. I probably could have put in more, but I know I've heard people put in like several more than just the 2, but I thought I'd start out with just going by what the instructions said. Use 2 sheets for large loads or loads with new, dark, or non-color fast garments. So I thought I'd give that a try. Deborah, you said I should wash it again with 2 more color catchers. I think I might do that. I actually already dried it, so I don't know if that sets the color or not. But I don't know. When I wash it again, I will throw some more color catchers in just to see how it goes. But this is my first time using them, and I was a little bit surprised. I mean, I know I have a very blue quilt, and I have a few batiks in it, and I think it was the batiks that maybe put it over the edge for the blue. But I checked all the whites, and it didn't seem like anything bled. So I think we're good. But yes, I'll definitely throw in some more color catchers next time around. But isn't that crazy? That is just such a difference. Crazy, crazy. Oh, Gretchen, the quilt turned out so fabulous. I brought it home. I went to visit my parents this weekend, and I brought it home so I could take a photo. And then I snipped all the extra little snips of threads off, and then I brought it home to wash, and it's on the bed. So I'm washing the rest of the bed sheets, and I will use it for the first time as a real quilt tonight. But anyway, so you guys, I just wanted to show you that I did switch my top thread color. I was using that maroon color. Let me see if I can show you. So I was using this maroon color for the top, but I decided to just put the rest of that maroon color onto bobbins because it was pretty close to the red color that we've been using for bobbins. So I've loaded up a maroon bobbin. We'll just put this guy here. And I now have blue thread on top, which is a little goofy, but I think it will blend in with all my crazy colored fabrics here. And if not, whatever. I think it'll be just fine. So, all right. So that is the setup. I have the darning foot or the free motion quilting foot on here again. So here you can see I have the top is blue and the bottom is that maroon color. And I have my little business card guy, my little bunny on here again. And this is protecting the quilt from the feed dogs, since I can't get the feed dogs down on my machine for some crazy reason. So I still need to go try and get that fixed, but for now this seems to be working really, really well. So I just poked a hole in there, and that's helping the feed dogs not kind of grab on the quilt. But anyway, so let's give this a go again. I'm so nervous to do this again, but you know what? I'm going to do it till I'm not so scared anymore. So, all right, I got Charming Chevrons quilt out here again, and we are going to be meandering this time. So, before we get too far, well, first let's get this, just get this started. I'm going to go backwards. I'm just going to try and catch the other thread, the bobbin thread. There we go. And gonna pull that thread up to start because we want that thread on the surface. There we go. It popped up. I think I got a scissors hiding under here. Take the bull by the horns and jump right in. Exactly, Deborah. So a lot of people get nervous about doing, like, practicing on a real quilt, but that's what we're doing here. I mean, I on purpose am doing this quilt specifically for practice, so it's gonna work out just fine. So if things start out super wonky, that's perfectly fine. I actually kind of want to see my improvement from beginning to end. So, all right, I think I'm set up here. It is very bulky, the quilt and everything, but I think we're going to be okay. So let's get the, presser foot is down. My stitch length is at 0. I think we should be good to go. Let's start out with one stitch to get it going. Okay, let's do it. Can you tell I'm nervous? All right, so we're going to do meandering, and what that is just kind of moving, squiggling along, and we're going to try and do it where we don't cross over another just kind of row that's there, another line of stitching. So, all right, we're going to just start downwards. There we go. Get the, just getting a little warm up. Oop. So my fear with meandering is that I'm going to get stuck in a corner. So here's a corner. I'm just going to really work at not completely staying stuck. You find the hardest area is around the edges. Okay, that's good to know. So I also don't want it to look like I'm just doing a bunch of rows of wiggles. So I'm going to try and work my way down here a little bit and then go back up in there. But yeah, any meandering tips, I will take them. I talked to my mom about it, and she's like, oh, just think about it like puzzle pieces. So I'm going to try and do that a little bit. So the other thing going on with this quilt, or this row, is that I now have some bulk in in the neck of my quilt here, so that'll be new. All right, we're gonna wiggle a little this way. And I need to work with size, because like right now, these are pretty small. Pretty small wiggles. I'm gonna wanna maybe try some bigger wiggles too. You try not to do more than 3 loops in the same direction. Ooh, that's a good tip. Okay, so 3 loops in the same direction before changing directions. Okay, that's kind of the question mark, because I don't want to like go down a whole row and then be like, oh man, now it looks like I just did a row of squiggles and a row of squiggles back up. So okay, so I like that idea. So let's think about that. And I'm gonna get down in here right away. That'll, you know, oops, I don't know which way I'm going now. Getting back up here. And I gotta remember, I don't want to get locked into a corner. Oops. I thought too ahead of myself there. And all right, time to move a little bit. Oh, Bonnie, that is how it is for us too. It's been, actually today was nice because it's been raining all weekend, but we've been in the 100-degree zone here too. You think to yourself, right side up Y, upside down Y. Ooh, right side up Y. Okay, so like this, and then an upside down Y. Okay. So a right side up Y and then an upside down Y. Okay, let's think about that too. And I'm also kind of in an awkward space. I'm working in these chevrons, and you know what? I think I'm gonna go the one hand, the one hand glove, the one hand grip it again. I think just my neck is too small here, so that you know sometimes I really need to kind of squeeze in here, and I can't do that as much with the grip it. So I'm gonna keep the grip it on this side. And all right, let's get going again. Okay, I was thinking right side up Y for that and upside down Y for that. Oh, okay, I like that. Upside down Y, right side up Y. I kind of see that. All right, so again, I don't want to make it look like rows, so I'm going to just work my way down here a little bit and then come back up. I think that's a good plan. I'm just trying to figure out my pacing again too. All right, so you guys, it looks like the Wi-Fi might not be too great tonight, but I'm going to still try and go for a little bit. See how it goes here. Oh yeah, with a Michael Jackson free motion quilting with my single glove on. That's funny. And I got to remember to keep moving my hands too. I'm kind of staying in the same place, so my hands are getting way up here. I need to come down here. You're doing well, and confidence building. Oh, thanks, Sue. I'm working on it. I'm hoping at the beginning, at the beginning of all these rows, I'm expecting to not know what I'm doing and just be experimenting. But I'm hoping that by the end of the rows, I know what I'm doing a little bit more. Okay, upside down Y, and then a right side up. And then I need to get back up in here, I think. Ooh, I'm a little stuck there. All right, whew, I gotta remember to breathe again and not tense my wrist too much. All right, let's peek since my needle is down. All right, here is my first little color. I think the blue is pretty, so we'll use the blue until we run out of blue, or maybe just this row will be blue. And remember, I'm using that weird case of colors that I'm going to be using all kind of sorts of different threads. Ooh, yeah, we got to work on stitch length a little bit yet, but I'm kind of working on getting in and out of places. Once I can get in and out of places, then I'll just, I'm still working on the stitch length. But, I'm doing kind of whatever size feels right now. But as we move along on this, on this little, this row, I would like to try maybe some bigger and some littler meanders. See how that goes. I'm trying to keep this speed up. It's hard to see when I go back up that way because my machine's kind of blocking where I went, so I gotta kind of remember where I go. All right, let's get to this corner. Ooh, I think my meanders are getting smaller and smaller. Ooh, do each row a different color. That'd be fun. All right. So you guys, I don't know if you can hear me or not. We're just having trouble again with the Facebook tonight, it looks like. All right, so we're cutting in and out a little bit here, guys, but I'm going to stick with it because it seems like we're coming back in. All right, that one was a little weird. Well, my meanders got smaller all of a sudden on that. Oh, so, okay, so you guys are seeing the broadcast interrupted. Something's up with either Facebook or the Wi-Fi or something tonight, but occasionally we have the little hiccups in these videos, and on mine it says connection error or something. I forget what it says now. But yeah, so I don't know. It might be every once in a while we have one of those evenings where for some reason it's not working quite right. And I don't know. I think it's always kind of, it might just be Facebook is having a hard time tonight. But I'm hoping to stick with it tonight. So it's been coming back. So if you just hang on, hopefully it ends up being okay. Oh, so the video's stuttering and stuff too. So, well, just so you guys know, the YouTube replays will be perfectly fine. So if you're wanting to watch this but it's not turning out all right on Facebook, the YouTube replay, once I'm done uploading it, will be okay because that is what my screen sees. And my screen, it's just a mirror of my screen, and that's working fine. Oh, use the foot to help with the size of the meandering. That's true, because my foot is, kind of this, it's not round, it's this oval shape, but if I think about, like don't touch the oval shape to the line before, that would be a way to keep meanders a certain size. So that's a good point. Oop. It's funny, whenever I don't think through where I want to go next, then I get ahead of myself and then I end up with like a little point. Like if I'm still going and I'm not thinking, oh yeah, I was doing that Y, then I switch directions really oddly. And then I get like this weird point, but oh well. That's what I'm learning. Sometimes it might be fun to have a meander with a bunch of points in, but that's not what I'm trying to do here. I'm trying to keep a smooth little meander. Let's scooch everything up a hair. I'm just trying to remember to breathe. But I like that upside down Y, right side up Y thinking, which is basically meaning make a wiggle and then go back up to do a wiggle is kind of what I'm thinking. And that's helping me with direction a little bit to like make direction working a little bit more randomly. Although now I'm just kind of wiggling back and forth, so I gotta switch it up a little here. We'll go down a little bit, then work our way back into this shape. Okay, so I just had a little visual in my head of don't think about them as loops, just think about wiggling your hands a little bit. And that's actually maybe helping me a little bit. All right, I need to switch hand positions. But I was just thinking about my just wiggle with my hands instead of ooh, where does this loop go? Where does this loop go? So that I think was kind of good feeling. Oh, good. I'm glad it's looking all right, Debbie. Alyssa is using the same model as your machines. Oh, funny. Oh, yes. So I'm using a Kenmore. It's a Sears Kenmore machine, and it's, oh gosh, 70. It's from the 70s, but I can't quite remember when. I'm going to have to look it up again. What year in the 70s? I think it was 74, but I think I might be messing that up with a different machine that I have. All right, scooch this up. It's getting stuck here. All right, I need to think about my shapes again. And I think I'm missing an area up here. Ugh, that was another weird one. So if I wiggle around a little bit and then remember, oh yeah, I was going to try that Y, upside down, right side up Y, then I think that's given me a little bit enough. So I forget about that, do some wiggles, and then I'm like, oh yeah, the Y. Then I get one of those in, and I think I'm good. Although, we'll see. We'll take a look at this at some point. All right, time to move again. My arms are getting way up here again. But it's looking pretty decent. I have a couple of weird points, and that's where I stop thinking about what comes next. I need to think about where I'm going next and not where I'm exactly on. But I think it's going okay. I'm feeling good about it. I'm not feeling like I'm getting totally stuck, which is what I was worried about. Luckily, going at the fast pedal pace, it's allowing me, it's making me have to move slower. Like I don't have to move as fast with the fast pedal. And so I have a little time to, decide where I'm going next. And that's helpful. I just need to remember to breathe, I think. All right, and move my hands. Oh, thanks, Irene. And I think what's funny is the more I think about it, I think the tighter I'm getting, like the smaller and, you know, the more like stressed stitching. So I think I just have to think a little bit bigger and I'll be okay, looser and bigger. I gotta move my hands a little bit more. Okay, scooch it all up. How are we doing? Let's see, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We got about 10 more halvesies to go. Oh, do your friends know you're watching? I'm wondering if that's a new Facebook thing, because, I don't know, it seems like Facebook wants to do more of stuff like, ooh, like, what is your friends up to? Like, more friend-centric versus, like, advertising-centric is kind of what, I don't know, at least that's their what they're saying to the public, it kind of sounds like in those ads. So maybe they're sharing it with your friends or something. I don't know. Who knows? Scary Facebook stuff. I almost crossed over there. It's funny, every time I have a little point to my loop is every time when I get a little distracted in my head. And then I realize that the machine's still going, but I'm not thinking about it quite right. I think I put myself in a corner here. Let's see if I can get out. That was a moment that I thought I was gonna get lost in there. See, I gotta think bigger again, I think. I like these bigger meanders. All right, and now my hand's getting away from me again. There we go. Oh, you've got to notice is when your friends are watching something. Oh, maybe it's a Facebook Live. Gwendolyn, I am using a glove here just because when I'm using the grippets over here and I go too far over, I've been hitting the edge of my machine, like right here. So I've been finding myself getting stuck a little bit. But with my hand, I can kind of, let it go and fly around a little bit more. Even though I like the grippets, because I don't like my hands in gloves. They never fit right and whatever. So I'm kind of doing halfsies here. Yes, I know. So I still really love Facebook, but yeah, it's just, it's always changing, and that's the same thing with all social media. I'm very happy that you guys are here. I don't think I would be doing this, learning how to free motion quilt or anything without you guys helping me along for sure. So do it like needle down and reposition my hands. So I just need to reposition my hands more often with the needle down is kind of what you're saying. It's funny, we haven't cut out for a while, so maybe it got itself worked out. All right, yeah. Time to scooch it all up. I can move in the seam. Oh, echo out of it. Oh, when I get stuck, just kind of echo out of it. Okay. Oh, and I can move in the seam if I want. Yeah, I'm not... That's kind of interesting. I haven't been going up into the seam. Okay, so I spoke too soon. We just cut out again a little bit there. But I'm going to still try and get this row done. getting pretty tight in these meanders again. Oh, thanks so much, Bonnie. You guys inspire me every day for sure. Man, have you guys, if you haven't checked out the Penguin and Fish Crafters group in a while, you should. There are so many gorgeous, splendid Sampler 2 blocks in there right now. It is just so fun. All right, I almost got myself stuck there again. Ooh, let's go back up in here. I got lots of space in here. All right, I need one of these Ys again. Whew, man, I feel like this takes a ton of concentration. This is probably something, this meandering, that probably gets to be second nature, I'm thinking, after a while. But oh man, I feel like I was doing good and all like my brain was into it, but now I feel like it's getting sporadic. So maybe I got to focus on these big loopies again, just because that keeps me, I think, a little bit more loose. And it fills the space much faster, which is nice. I want to get back up in here. Some little meanders to get out of there. All right, let's scooch again. Oh, you're amazed that I can do the talking and meandering. Well, I'm kind of thinking that that's my problem a little bit right now, because like I get into, I'm thinking about what I'm saying, and then that's when I can't figure out how to get out of where I'm at. So I'm like stutter talking too right now, because I'm half thinking and half just saying whatever comes to my brain. All right, I know I have to get back up in here. Can I see? Oh yeah. There, we'll just do a big loop around. Ooh, I'm stuck there. So we might also be approaching stuff on the back, because remember we have that pretty, sometimes intensely fabriced areas on the back. So I'm wondering how that will affect the free motion quilting. Like if I'll notice it jerking around. Okay, clearly my hands are getting moved around a little bit. Why do the sewing machine needles have 2 numbers on them? Oh, I think it's just, I'm not positive, but I think it's kind of like a metric and non-metric situation. Like European numbers and US numbers. I think that's all it means. That's the only reason for the difference. There's another pointy one. Or I think maybe I'm getting the points when I'm thinking too far ahead. Like I'm thinking, oh, I got to go up into that area, and then I turn for that direction without getting out of where I'm at right now. All right, I feel like I'm getting a little fast and weird again. Squiggle up in there. I got to start thinking of that Y. Upside down Y, and all right, too fast. Let's get it together again. You're working on a Fonza and Porter quilt glove size medium. Oh, and it seems to be doing pretty well. Yeah, I should maybe try, since I am kind of discovering like, oh, I kind of like this kind of setup, which is super weird. But I'm thinking maybe I should try and find a decent quilting glove, because this is actually a cutting glove. If you're cutting a lot with a rotary cutter, it's cut resistant, this glove, and I wanted it just in case I was doing a lot of cutting and I didn't want to accidentally slip and cut myself, but it had little grippies on, so I thought, oh, maybe I can use these with the free motion quilting. But yeah, I'm not happy with how big they are. So I'm gonna have to look at this when I'm done because I'm curious. It feels like I might have some stuff on the back here, like some blocks or bulk of fabric, because every once in a while it feels like it gets a little stuck. And if it's not the fabric on the back, then I gotta figure out what I'm doing wrong. I gotta tell you though, I kind of feel like I'm getting worse at this as I go along. But I think it's almost a fatigue. Like I think I'm letting my hands go too much, like I should stop and then move and then pick it back up and breathe. I think maybe that's my problem. Or I'm not thinking about the shapes as much anymore. I don't know, but I feel like I'm getting worse as I go. But I'm still not stuck. I'm not stuck in a corner here. Let's see if we can finish with a bang. All right, let's see if I can get back up in here. Ooh, don't get stuck in here. Maybe I'm just going a little fast. All right, we're at the last little bit here. Yeah, if I really concentrate on doing those different directions of Y's, then it gets better, but I gotta really concentrate to keep that in my head. It's like doing a math problem. But I like that technique. I just gotta, make it ingrained. All right, I think that is that here. I'm gonna do a couple itty bitty stitches to finish it. And that is a row, people. Sheesh. You know what? I'm actually pretty surprised that it went this fast, because I thought this would go a lot slower, this meandering, than the other row, than, that first row that we did. Oh, thank goodness, I haven't been seeing for bobbin. Oh, you know what? I'm also curious about the bobbin. Okay, so let's take a look at this, but I want to see how much thread this took. So I started this with a full bobbin, a full bobbin. I want to see how much a row does. Okay, well, with meandering, I feel like I can get another row out of this. So maybe for the density that we're doing now of stitching, I can probably get 2 rows with one bobbin. So that's good to know. I was thinking I'd have to do each row would suck up 1 bobbin, but not quite. So all right, guys, let's take a look at this. All right, let's get up high. This one a lot faster, but yeah, we'll check the back too. And I think what'll be cool is then on the back, we'll start to get to see the every other row thing happening. Oh, Robin, you always get worse as you go. You stop and walk away for a bit and go back. You know what? I think that's probably a good idea. I'm definitely going to have to limit it to these hours, this 1 hour thing. But yeah, I think maybe a half hour would have been better, and then come back. Ooh, see, now this one's decent. This is where I can tell I kind of went in and out. All right. Purple's not bad. That's good. It really pops on the solid colors though, doesn't it? Yeah, I can really see that blue on the solid. Oh, fun! It's totally meandered. Okay, so I don't feel like it looks like I went up and down rows. I feel like it's pretty well kind of managed in there, so that makes me happy. Oh, that's what you did, Gretchen. So you got exactly 2 rows per bobbin. Okay, that's great. That's good to know. Then I can kind of estimate how many bobbins I need. Yeah, here I kind of went up and down and up and down, so I think I got better since then. This is close to the beginning. Cool. All right, I'm gonna flip this around. Let's see what it looks like on the back. which is what I'm super excited about because this is where we can start to see, oh yeah, look, I was going through some, well, not too much. I was thinking, you know, I was cutting through, here we go, I was cutting through some of the back pattern. Let me try and get this way. Fun! But all right, so here's where you can start to see the every other row thing. So that's what I'm excited for the back, is that, you know, from far away, you'll get this texture of every other row. So you'll really get a sense of chevrons, I think, once it all comes together. But look, it looks great. I'm really happy with that. That took away a lot of my fear. So I was pretty nervous about the meandering. I mean, I definitely changed size a little bit, but I kind of just stuck with what felt right, and I could tell when I was kind of tightening up, so I'd try and loosen, just relax again. But yeah, I think you're right, Robin. I think maybe a break in the middle would be good in the future if I'm, you know, doing this on my own. But fun. Okay, I'm so excited. So tomorrow, I did, like, honestly, I did not know we would get a row done tonight. I thought this would take me 2 times to do all this meandering. So I think we're going to call it an early night tonight, and then tomorrow I would like to try like the next step of meandering. I want to try the loops. So I want to try to do the loops where you go one way then the other, and you're still filling in space like meandering. But adding those little loops. I think that's the next challenge. Eventually I want to get to try doing feathers and all that crazy stuff, but you know, we'll go one little bit at a time. So tomorrow, loop-de-loop meandering. And you know what? Maybe we do try another top thread. So we have, these are all the threads I'm using. We could try, you know, maybe we switch out and try one of these greens or one of these golds. That might be kind of fun for the top. Just keep switching it up. But yeah, I'm just trying to use this pack of thread up, so we'll see how it goes. But awesome. All right, guys, I think that will be that. I will flip you around and we'll call it an evening. All right, I am so happy that I'm trying this. This was always kind of in that mystery world, like how people do free motion quilting. So I'm super excited, especially with this meander, because that one scared me. Okay, so yes, you love the loops. Reminds me of cartoon airplanes. Oh, I'm going to think about cartoon airplanes when we do that tomorrow. You love the loops too, Robin? Yay! Oh, and Gretchen, you thought the loops were the easiest. Okay, I have a sense that I'm going to feel that way too, because when we were doing our little practice ones, those ones felt really good. So, all right, loop-de-loops tomorrow, and then we got to figure out, maybe we'll start doing those echoed little shell-looking deals. Those ones scare me. I'm going to try to do everything that scares me with this quilt, and hopefully I'll get over some fears. So awesome, guys. I will catch you tomorrow then. This will go up on YouTube at Penguin and Fish Movies. And like I said, the YouTube version will not be choppy or anything. It will have a few breaks in it, but you'll be able to see everything clearly. So if you wanted to check out the meandering there, I will have that up later this evening, I think. So awesome. Thanks again, guys. I will see you tomorrow. Good night.